The all-new DJ Sbu Breakfast.
Yeah. She's also one of the youngest owners of a 100% black female-owned media company in South Africa. As an entrepreneur, Allegro is also passionate about giving back to communities, especially young people whom she believes with the right resources and motivation can make their dreams come true. Allegro is also a shareholder and chief operations officer of LE Technology Solar Solutions. She's here on the DJ Sbu Breakfast to speak to us about her hustle on the Hustler's Corner. A very good morning to you, my sister.
Good morning. How are you?
You're finally here.
Finally, after like what, 2 reschedules?
Jeez, like you finally here. We're so excited. After like 2, that's how busy you are.
I think it was you guys.
No, it's not us. We're never busy for people like you. You guys inspire us, you know?
Yeah, well, thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. You guys are very lively, hey? Thank you
Thank
for the
you.
welcome. I see the video on Instagram.
We drink a lot of energy drinks.
Is it more fire?
You said it. Why are you so flawless? Is this how you wake up every morning? so
No, I
beautiful.
wish. But thank you. I couldn't believe I had to wake up at like 5 o'clock just to get ready for your show. But yeah.
Are you a morning person?
Not really, because I slept at like 2 o'clock. So I work till really late.
Yeah. So you're one of those modern age entrepreneurs. Who Anywhere and everywhere is your office, as long as you've got your laptop next and your phone next to you.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
No, I respect that. And for people who don't know you, I'm gonna take you many years back. Or before we go many years back, what did you think of the new Mafilizon?
I like it. I really, really like it. I saw you. You were like,
Don't
on
say you
your
like
feet.
it, because now you're on air, you're saying you like it, but off air, you're loving it.
Okay, well, I mean, give me 2 more lessons, but it's really, really good, and
It's
they
awesome,
never
right?
disappoint.
They
you know?
never do.
They
yeah.
never disappoint.
And we actually don't expect anything less from you, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so it's Mafilizon day today, but it is your day. More importantly, you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into you. Like, where are you from, though, Allegro?
I was born in Polokwane, Kolibakgomo.
Oh, Zolibakgomo.
Yes.
Okay.
I was born there, and from the age of 5, I was raised in Pretoria because my parents were working in Pretoria. They both teachers, while my dad a lecturer at the University of Pretoria, and hustling in Joburg. I came up here from after varsity. After matric, and then I went to UJ.
Before we fast track to you coming into Joburg, I'm interested in just zooming into a little bit of your upbringing.
Yeah.
You know, the at the time what was going on in the country. I'm just trying to take you, a couple of years back. But sometimes we see you guys as polished and as flawless as you are. You know, a couple of years ago, obviously, no limpunga. I want to hear the mpunganess.
Okay,
well.
Well, I think I got the better half of our life because I'm the last born. I'm the last of 4.
Oh.
So like I said, when I was born at the age of 5, we moved to Pretoria. So from grade 1, I went to Sunnyside Primary School, and then we only really went back home Kolibakgomo when there's like December holidays or a funeral or a wedding or something, to see cousins and grandparents and so on. So I think the dusty days, my sisters, the firstborn, would tell you about that.
And when you were protected, you were looked after. Are the stereotypes about being the last born true?
Yes, they are. I was definitely, not a spoiled brat, but I sort of got everything. Yeah, especially because I have one brother, so my brother is very protective over me. He's just he comes before me.
Yeah.
And everywhere we went, from school and playing in the park and things like that. Like I was like his little sister. So I think I got the better half of
What are some of the
our
challenges
years.
or some of the biggest challenges you've had to overcome? Maybe losses in the family, or some of the most, biggest upheavals you've had to overcome that made you stronger?
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge for me was when my parents divorced at when I was 12. That was about 2002. And especially because I grew up as daddy's little girl, I was very close to both of my parents, but I was like that kid. Every time mom said no, I ran to dad and he always said yes. I always got my way with him. And then when I was 12, they divorced, and I had to sort of like, okay, mommy, now I'm here.
And what does the divorce do, though, to the kids? Because you guys love both of them and you prefer both of your parents together.
Well, at the point of their divorce, we preferred our mom, so it was an easy choice to make. But we still love our dad, and he gave us a good life for the first decade of my life when he was around.
Yeah.
But the transition was a bit hard. But because of our parents were always together, it's not like now I have this new parent out of nowhere and I have to adjust. It was just that I had to adjust to a lifestyle now without the father, 24/7. But that's about it.
I'll say to you, as the old saying goes, everything happens. Sbusiso
Definitely.
and DJ.
Sometimes they claim, but most people I find that Sibsiso is DJ Sbu.
And who are some of the people you
So, yeah.
represent? Give me one or two names.
Donald, I believe he
Donald,
was also
yeah.
here not too long ago
Yeah,
with his red mic.
Donald is a member of the family. He's part of the furniture.
Yeah, there's Donald, there's Anati, there's just artists or
So there's a lot. So let's talk
There's a
about
lot.
Donald, for instance.
Yeah.
So Donald is Donald the brand, right? And then you've got Donald, like, who will just, be all emotional on stage and just cry, talk about his
You guys
mother.
will never forgive him
Of
for that,
course.
right?
No, it's not forgiving.
Wow.
It's appreciating.
Okay.
Yeah, a mother's love for her son, and that the
Yeah.
son, would.
But he's
cry.
like that though. Donald is very soft at heart. He takes his job very seriously and his brand very seriously.
Yeah,
And I
he
think
does.
sometimes people think he's like too emotional or very attached to his work. But he does really get very emotional when it comes to his work. Like he will call me at wee hours of the morning with just some great idea he just had in studio. I'm like, Donald, really? Can we talk about this in the morning?
Yeah.
And he wants you to feel him and be like, yes, it's gonna be great. But I mean, I appreciate people who believe in their brands like that. So yeah, he's one client that I'm happy to work with.
So when we come back, we're going to be dwelling in a little bit more on exactly what she's saying, that she's talking about clients. You're probably
Really growing in
listening and
Africa,
thinking,
from
"Fine,
the
what does she
apps
do?
we
What is-"
see, from social media.
Yeah, because you
it's-
guys blog, you guys are very active on
Yeah.
some digital media now.
Yes. So that, and then there's Ogela Communications, which is a PR and marketing agency.
Ogela
that-
Communications, so that's a
Yes.
PR and communications company.
Yes.
Okay, what do you
that
guys
I
do?
launched in 2012, and we represent corporate and celebrity clients. We do PR and marketing, social media management, brand development, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Really, if you think you have a lot of talent and you need somebody that is going to shape that before you release it to your target audience, and just your market out there, we're the right people to sort of come knocking on our door.
Let's name drop a little bit. Who are some of the people that Ogela Communications represent, or some of the companies as well? Speak to us.
Some of the companies, corporates, we represent Heineken South Africa. There's also Avon South Africa. There's also the PSB network that's owned by Prophet Shepherd Bashiri, recently launched in South Africa in last month. There's that's just some of our corporates. Celebrity clients, you're looking at Mpoma Boy, sports anchor and businesswoman, news anchor Tabile Nwatu, Donald, as I mentioned, up and coming artists like Neo Soul R&B artist February. He's releasing a new song just next month.
Who's that?
February. February,
Oh,
like the month.
Oh, yes, February the month. By the way, talking about
Yes.
February the month, Madiba was out February the 11th in 1990.
So I wasn't born yet.
Yeah.
2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a whole host of artists and corporate companies that we do represent. You can just go to www.ogelamedia.com.
That's beautiful. And a lot of small companies, when they scale up,
Yeah.
you find you start having good problems now. Where when scaling up, you
Yeah.
need capacity. So
Yes.
do you have enough staff members to look after all these clients?
We're
team?
turning 5 tomorrow. It's our
Wow.
5th
So it's been 5
anniversary.
years. Come on,
Yes.
guys, don't be jealous. 5 years. Wow. Because they say, what is the old saying? The first 3 years of a youth
Yeah.
business are the most crucial. So
Yeah.
you passed that stage.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
turning 5 tomorrow. So I'm very excited. I'm very happy about that. And I've really been blessed with young people that love their jobs and they're so committed. And most of them that I ended up hiring full time started off as interns. They came to the company and said, "Listen, I want to blog. I want to shadow you. I want to do whatever it is." And they lasted past that 3 months, and now they employed at Ogela Media, whether they are writers under Ogela Entertainment or they are events managers at Ogela Events, our event management
So you got
company.
an event management company, and
Yes.
you're also in IT, I think. Is it IT?
It's Solar Communications.
Solar
Yes.
Communications.
So there's a whole lot going on, but right now we have 8 at the company permanently employed,
Yeah.
and then we have 38 volunteers for the charity foundation Ogela Helping Hands.
How do you keep a sane mind so young and being a female and just having to focus in dealing with all these different projects?
I think I launch each entity at the right time. I think once I know that, I took a good year and a half, almost 2 years, to launch Ogela Communications following the launch of Ogela Entertainment, because I knew it was the right time. I never want to feel like I'm taking on too much. So once one entity is settled and it's making enough money and running on its own, then I move on to the next one.
Lovely.
Because I don't want to run a business where I end up trying to run Ogela Properties, Ogela Communications based off the profits I'm making from Ogela Entertainment. I have people to pay, I have to pay myself, I have, rentals to pay for the office and things like that, and a lot of admin and accountants to pay. So it gets really, really hectic. But I love everything that I do. I'm very passionate about it, and I'm glad that I have a great team that, you know, we share the same vision. So yeah.
And just in closing, where is Ogela Empire going? Because you're building an empire here.
Definitely. That's the whole goal, you know, behind all of this. A lot of people used to ask me the name, who inspired it, and I'm like, okay guys, Oprah, Harpo, my name Allegro, Ogela, made perfect sense to me, you know. But where are we going? We're definitely going to launch an agency in Nigeria. We're already in talks with some partners in Nigeria. They're basically going to launch Ogela Communications in Nigeria and represent clients that side. We represent some Nigerian artists when they come to South Africa. We do their PR locally for about a week or two when they're this side. But we really seen that there is a lot of opportunities in Nigeria. Also the population, you know, and the artists and everything that they're doing. I think they're the biggest hustlers in Africa right now. They are beyond. I mean, I spent 2 weeks in Lagos, and when I came back
from when you land, DJ, you start getting hustled from the airport.
Some guy was trying to sell me plantain, trying to move from the airport to like where my hotel.
Queue, like we can move you to the front of the queue.
You know, so definitely launching Ogela Communications in Nigeria, and I am, you know, trying to explore in the UK also. Not too keen on America right now. I'm more of a, you know, in Europe and the rest of Africa. So we'll see where things go.
Allegro from Ogela Communications. Let me say Ogela Empire because it's Ogela Events, Ogela Solar, Ogela Communications, Ogela PR, and
you just
all these
throwing all
things.
of that in there.
I'm just so proud of you though. Like,
thank you so much.
I remember when Ogela started, like a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
and it just started small, and you've just been consistent. We wish you nothing but the best. Thank you so much for waking up so early to come and honor the invite on the DJ Sbu Breakfast eventually.
Yes,
and I would like to have you come back again at a later stage to discuss other things because you cover a lot of things. We talk about branding, talk about media, talk about the entertainment industry. There's so much that we'd like to engage you on because you're so full of wisdom and experience in the entertainment industry at such a young age. Thank you.
Thank you. We learn from people like you.
Thank you. We're humble. Allegro on the DJ Sbu Breakfast. One thing that I always say all the time is young people are doing great things with their lives. The question is, what are you doing with yours?